An 80-year-old grandma just destroyed the neighbor who stole her identity. We're talking 17 credit cards, $90,000 in fraud, and a betrayal that lasted 13 years. But Betty didn't need a lawyer. She built her own case, and the FBI took it from there. Here's how she brought her neighbor down.
My name is Betty Richardson. I'm 80 years old come next March. And for the first time in my whole life, somebody made me mad enough to fight dirty. It was a Tuesday, so hot the asphalt bubbled outside my little brick house on Maple Street, Hawkinsville, Georgia. I was wrestling with my 30-year-old push mower when the phone rang inside. By the time I got there, all I heard was a cold woman's voice on the recording. Mrs. Richardson, your American Express account is 90 days past due. Current balance, $11,431.76. Pay immediately or face legal action. I stood there in my house coat, sweat rolling down my back, staring at the phone like it had lost its mind. American Express? Honey, I have exactly one debit card. It's older than half the tellers at the bank. It was issued the same week my husband Earl died, back in 1987. Next morning, I put on my Navy funeral dress, the one with the tiny white dots, and I drove myself to First National Bank of Hawkinsville. Mrs. Hanson, the manager, pulled my file, and her face went white as the paper in her hand. 17 credit cards, $87,429. Every single one in my name. My social security number, my birthday, my address. Only the signatures weren't mine. I drove home with the windows down because the AC quit in 2009. My next-door neighbor, Linda McKenzie, was out front watering her roses. She's lived out 31 years. We shared a clothesline when her dryer broke. I kept her kids when her house burned down in 98. I filled out every single government form she couldn't read because the smoke got in her eyes that night. She waved real big. Betty, you look wore out, honey. Come have some sweet tea. I smiled the way Southern women do when we're raised polite. Maybe later, sugar. That night, I took out the spiral notebook Earl bought me in 1974 for recipes. I turned to a fresh page and wrote in big letters at the top, "Things I know for sure." Then I started watching. Day 1. Linda left at 10:12 a.m. in a brand new pearl white Jeep Wrangler. Sticker still in the window, $58,770. She came back at 3:47 with Bass Pro bags and a brand new flats boat on a trailer. Price tag swinging in the breeze, $36,000 cash. Day 3. FedEx delivered 6 boxes from Neiman Marcus. Linda signed for everyone herself. Day 5. I walked to the mailbox pretending my knees were bad. Linda ran over to help me. Up close, I saw the diamond studs in her ears. I priced those exact ones last Christmas. $14,000. Day 7. I called Ralph Pettit, retired sheriff's deputy, Earl's old fishing buddy. "Ralph, I need a favor and I don't want a soul knowing about it." "Betty, you name it." Ralph taught me how to pull a full credit report. 3 bureaus. Took 8 days to come in the mail because I refused to do it online. "Old ladies get hacked," I said. When the envelopes finally came, I sat at my kitchen table with Earl's old magnifying glass and a yellow highlighter. Every single card was opened between September 1998 and February 1999. the exact months Linda Mackenzie slept in my spare bedroom after her house burned down. I walked to that spare room, opened the closet, pulled down the box marked Important Papers 1998. Inside, carbon copies of every FEMA form, every insurance claim, the Georgia ID application I filled out for her because her hands shook too bad from the fire. At the very bottom, one sheet in Linda's handwriting. My social security number, my maiden name, my mama's maiden name. All the security questions. I sat down on the spare room floor and cried for the first time since Earl's funeral. Then I wiped my face, closed the box, and went back to planning. I did not call my son David in Atlanta yet. David worries. David would come down here with lawyers and make a scene. I wasn't ready for a scene. I was ready for proof. So I joined the modern world. Bought a prepaid flip phone at Walmart with cash, learned how to use the camera. Every morning, I sat on my porch in my rocker, knitting a scarf nobody would ever wear, and I took pictures. Linda's son Travis got married in Destin, Florida. I have 112 photos of that reception. Open bar, ice sculpture, string quartet. Travis's public wedding registry showed gifts totaling $38,000. Linda posted, "So proud of my babies. #blessed." I drove to the Bass Pro in Macon and sweet-talked a young man in the boat department. Showed him the picture of Linda's new boat. He remembered the sale. Lady paid cash, $50 bills, counted it right here on the counter. I smiled real sweet. Bless her heart. By the end of August, I had a 3-inch binder.
Tab A, credit reports. Tab B, photos of every big purchase. Tab C, Facebook screenshots. Tab D, property records that showed she paid cash for her house in 2011. Tab E, sworn statements from 2 bank tellers who remembered Linda bringing in big cash deposits, always 50s. I was ready. But I needed one last thing. I called Special Agent Marcia Lopez, FBI Elder Fraud Division, Atlanta Field Office. Ralph knew her from an old case. She agreed to meet me at the Cracker Barrel off I-75. I carried my binder in a Piggly Wiggly bag so nobody would notice. Agent Lopez was 40, sharp as a tack, no nonsense. She flipped through my work for 20 silent minutes. "Mrs. Richardson, this is the most organized victim file I have ever seen. You sure you weren't a detective?" "I was a bank teller for 43 years, I said. "Same thing, different uniform." She asked the question I'd been waiting for. "Ma'am, do you want to press charges?" I thought about Linda waving at me every morning for 31 years. I thought about the $91,000 the debt had grown to with interest. I thought about my granddaughter's college fund that was gone because I'd been paying minimums on cards I never owned. "Yes, ma'am," I said, "but I want to be there when you arrest her." Agent Lopez smiled for the first time. "We can arrange that." The arrest was set for the second Saturday in September, right in the middle of the Hawkinsville Yam Festival. Half the town would be downtown, the other half at the high school football game. Perfect cover. Friday night, I baked a chess pie, carried it next door like any other evening. Linda opened the door in brand new silk pajamas. "Betty, come in, honey." We drank coffee. She told me how excited she was about the 12-day Caribbean cruise she and her sister booked for December. I smiled and said, "You deserve it, sugar." Saturday morning, 10:03 a.m. I was sitting on my porch with 6 ladies from First Baptist Book Club, drinking coffee and pretending to watch the Yam Festival parade on TV. 2 unmarked SUVs pulled up in front of Linda's house. 4 agents got out.
Agent Lopez in front. Linda opened the door in her robe, hair in curlers. I saw her mouth form the word "Betty" when she spotted me rocking on the porch. Agent Lopez read the warrant. Linda started screaming and crying loud enough for the whole cul-de-sac to hear. Doors opened, people came outside in their Saturday clothes. They found the safe in her bedroom closet. Combination was my birthday. Inside, my original Social Security card, my birth certificate, and $92,000 in banded 50s. Linda screamed all the way to the car. "She gave me permission! She was my friend!" I stood up slow, walked to the end of my walkway so she could hear me clear. "Linda Mackenzie," I called out, calm as Sunday morning.
The Bible says the truth will set you free. Looks like it set me free today. They put her in the back seat. She never looked at me again. 6 months later, we were in federal court in Macon. Linda took a plea. 12 years, no parole. Ordered to pay full restitution. They seized the house, the boat, the Jeep, the diamonds. Auction brought $612,000. After fees, I got every dime back, plus interest. David finally found out when the FBI called him as a character witness from me. He drove down that night and hugged me so hard my ribs creaked. "Mama, why didn't you tell me?" Because sometimes a woman's gotta handle her own snakes, baby. The town still talks about it. Anytime somebody mentions identity theft now, they say, "You better hope Miss Betty don't find out." I still live in the same little brick house on Maple Street. New roof, paid cash. New washer-dryer, too, David insisted. Linda's old house sold to a sweet young couple from Atlanta. They wave every morning. I wave back. Some nights, I sit on my porch with chess pie and sweet tea, rockin' slow. People ask if I miss my friend. I tell them the truth. I miss the woman I thought she was. The one she actually turned out to be. Good riddance. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how an 80-year-old widow from Hawkinsville, Georgia, took down the best thief she ever met, using nothing but a prepaid phone, a recipe notebook, and 31 years of Southern Sunday school manners. The good Lord says vengeance is His, but He don't mind if we help gather the evidence.